Welcome back to the horror with your host with the most, Jenna, as always. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. So if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, I'm doing a movie review. Review. Sorry. I was kind of thinking like what to talk about today. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a movie review or maybe do kind of like more of an opinion piece, on just kind of whatever, but I kind of kept thinking, and honestly, it kind of came down to the movie I'm going to talk about and The Exorcist 3, because I just watched that yesterday for the first time in quite a while. I feel like that's a pretty underrated movie, but I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to talk about it today. I will eventually talk about Exorcist 3. I definitely feel it deserves a review. I know there's plenty of reviews out there about it, but you know what? I like talking about movies. But instead, I was looking at the tower and I decided I need to review these guys because I actually watched them pretty shortly after I received these from Shout Factory. Actually, no, this came with the Amazon one because Shout Factory was being stupid. Should have done something on that. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so I went ahead. Like I said, I watched this pretty quickly after I received them from Amazon. And you know what? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I wasn't really expecting to be a huge fan of these, to be honest with you, just because, I've been very open about being kind of basically growing up on the TV series on HBO way back in the day. So it's like that's all I ever knew about for the longest time until maybe 10 years ago when I came across one of them. I'm not sure exactly which one, but it was like middle of the night, like 2 or 3 in the morning. One night that I couldn't sleep, and I watched like a little bit of it, but I don't know. It was like halfway through it or something. So I watched these, and I gotta say, I was. I don't want to say impressed, but I enjoyed these quite a bit actually. And both of them actually have a couple of tales in here that were actually featured on the HBO TV series quite a few years ago. So like the Tales from the Crypt one, those the ones that those featured from the TV series. Now, obviously, there's more tales in this than this, but the two that they did in the Tales from the Crypt one was "And All Through the All Through the House." That's the one with Marshall Bell, where he gets killed by his wife or whatever, and the crazy guy is out on the loose who escapes from the mental institution. And the other one that the Tales from the Crypt movie also included, that was also in the Tales from the Crypt TV show, is Revenge is Nuts, and that's the one where it's the guy who owns like the like house or whatever, or like the institution for the blind, and they end up like, because he treats them so badly, they end up like getting revenge on him in like that classic, at least for me, that iconic scene towards the end of the episode where like they put like all the razor blades in the walls and everything, so that way the guy would like get jostled around in there with those things when the train came. So yeah, and then there's two other ones that were actually featured in the Vault of Horror movie that were also in the Tales from the Crypt TV show, and those were Easel Kill Ya, which is a pretty different from the movie adaptation, but it was still a really good adaptation considering that that's the TV show one was like the one I really grew up with. And the other one is Morning Mess, which is actually the first story in the Vault of Horror. I think there was like maybe one other one in one of the films that I was kind of like, wait, I think it might be, or or at least it was pretty similar to an episode of Twilight, or not Twilight Zone. Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt. It's literally right there. But it's been over like a month since I've seen it. But it's regardless, it's still really good. Each one has like 5 stories. And I kind of like the wraparounds of these, although I feel like the wraparound for the Tales from the Crypt one, it's a little bit better. Maybe because with the wraparounds, they kind of tried to do it with the Vault of Horror one. It was kind of like you already knew sort of like what was going on with these characters. Basically, the way that they have it set up is like the Crypt Keeper is obviously in the first one. It's not the Crypt Keeper that we all grew up with. But, you know, the Crypt Keeper's in the Tales from the Crypt one, but he's not really the one who's necessarily telling the stories, but it's the group of individuals that kind of stumble upon this crypt and this tomb. I don't really I mean, it's not a huge spoiler in my opinion, but I still don't really want to like spoil that aspect. I want you guys at least have something to look forward to. And then, you know, with the second one, they kind of tried to do the same thing, so you kind of already knew, but it doesn't really take away from the experience, I don't think. It's still pretty good. I have to say, I definitely liked the Tales from the Crypt movie a little bit more. I mean, I still enjoyed the Vault of Horror. To me, maybe because I kind of watched these back to back and it was a little too much for me, but it's still the Vault of Horror one. It's still a really really good anthology movie, especially like, you know, like older anthologies, like like Creep Show anthologies. I thought it was pretty well done. I liked it. And they were these were made in the UK, I believe. Well, yeah, they were, because it's like everyone has like English accents and everything, or British accents and everything. But no, they were pretty good, especially, you know, considering like someone like me, my first anthology movies were Creep Show and Creep Show 2. So literally, I'm always kind of drawn to something that's a little bit more like those movies. But these were still definitely nicely done, very enjoyable. I would have to say Tales from the Crypt. I would say I'm gonna give those about 7.25 splashes out of 10, and I would say Vault of Horror about 6.5. Yeah, because like I said, you know, I like the Tales from the Crypt one a little bit more. Vault of Horror, still a really good movie to check out. I can definitely see some people maybe even like flipping it where they enjoy the Vault of Horror one a little bit more than the Tales from the Crypt one. But hey, you know me, whatever you guys like, you don't have to like everything that I like. I'm just saying. But yeah, I wanted to kind of share this because I know I did specifically. Well, I mean, honestly, I have wanted to really check these out for a long, long time, but this is definitely one of those purchases that I really definitely kind of had you guys in mind for, because it's something that I feel like, even for myself, I'm like, all right, I got to take the initiative of really getting something that I, you know, maybe want to check out, but more so check it out for you guys. And I would definitely say if you can get your hands on a copy, whether you can like rent them or if you can find them on Netflix or anything. I don't think that these are on Netflix or anything. I could be wrong. And so, I mean, you know, you can check it out, but definitely, you know, if you can find it on Netflix, or if you're able to rent it somewhere, whether it's a library or something, check it out. Check it out. I think, like I said, I think some of you guys would really enjoy it. And plus, too, like the few stories that are in here that were also in the TV series, it's kind of fun. It was really fun to kind of watch those segments and sort of see like the differences between the two and everything, especially considering, like I said, I grew up on the TV show. So it's like watching those over and over again, like religiously, and just literally just knowing every scene in those episodes and everything, to kind of compare it to something like this that's been around longer than that show. but I've never seen this movie. It's kind of fun and interesting. So, but yeah, like I said, I think you guys would definitely enjoy these. Um, so yeah, for those of you who have actually seen these, let me know. Let me know, because I mean, once again, I could be surprised at how many of you guys have actually checked these guys out. So, and just so you know, it's a Scream Factory release. Quite honestly, if in my opinion, that was just my opinion. Um, if you are looking at this for at like Amazon or Scream Factory slash Shout Factory, and you're kind of like, oh, or especially if there's like a deal going on or something of like buy to get another one for so much. I would definitely say this one's definitely kind of worth checking out and maybe having in your collection. That's just my opinion. But feel free not to get it just because I said so. I'm just saying, my opinion, definitely kind of worth having it in your collection. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know. But anyway, guys, thank you for allowing me to do my little review. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. By the way, let me know if you guys want me to do Exorcist 3 tomorrow, or maybe do a different topic. Whatevs. Like I said, I was kind of debating on that, but whatevs. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. But anyway, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.